from the Lord here for you. The mountain has joy at dead center, okay? This is so cool. Everything in the universe was created for God's joy and exists for his joy. So we read in John 6:15 that Jesus, after, everything is always joy. And watch for the fives, the number of joy. So right after Jesus turns 5 loaves into enough to feed 5,000 men, okay, the fives are already on fire. The people want to make him king. And who wouldn't? The guy just created food in the wilderness to feed everyone. Now that's the kind of king people could sink their teeth into, pardon the pun. But literally, but he takes off, he avoids them and then goes to the mountain to be alone. And we read Jesus often did this, okay. We believe for his joy with the Father, like he would, I'm assuming he would hear the Father's voice and stuff, but let's just get to the gem itself. So the mountain, okay, as you can see right here. Hold on. Is it going to focus or do I have to tap the screen? The mountain. Whoa. I guess it's trying to focus. It's not doing a good job, but you can see enough there, okay? So in the sovereignty of God, the letters, the mountain, okay? That's a nice angelic glow. The mountain, I've been getting this on this camera a lot, actually. Really nice white flares on photo. Anyways, seriously. The mountain, okay. No joke, I've been getting this all the time. It's like the gift from God, okay. It's a love note. Like as I've been doing photos related to fashion and white edge clothing that I've been creating, and just some modeling shots, because you gotta take care of the body. I've been getting this dramatic, like, heavenly white glow flare, like, on this camera that just, God is sovereign over everything, and it inspires me to his joy, you know. It's like his love note. It's like, good job. It's like flaming white coming at me all the time. So, the mountain, okay, so it has joy at the dead center, 50. So the mountain all divides by 5. Can you find joy on the mountain? And obviously the word fountain, the fountain comes to mind. Why do people go to the fountain? Well, in order to satisfy themselves, also known as joy. Why did Jesus go to the mountain? Apparently for his joy, okay? Solitude with the Father, any number of things. He created the mountain. I'm sure he enjoyed the, you know, fresh air and the pleasure of hiking on the mountain, the feeling of his legs going uphill. You can detail every pleasure in the universe about everything. So joy on the mountain. Okay, that's the main thing. Is we've been constantly led to find joy in all these letters. So the mountain, the fountain, any other words that have that? That's amazing. O-U-N. Okay, it's a famous trio that makes 50, which equals joy. Okay, joy on the mountain. Man, solitude is one of my favorite 5 fest joys. There's a ton of words. The word alone has the great 15 in the dead center. Alone. It's like the most powerful syllable, or like alone. It's the O. The joy of being alone with God. Oh yeah, Moses and Joshua understood it. So joy on the mountain. So those letters add completely to 140. The mountain. The mountain. The mountain. Now that you know that you can feel it on your lips, that the joy is at the dead center. And what is a mountain? Well, it's a triangle that you go up to the top of. Joy on the mountain. The mountain. Pay attention to the letters like a triangle. The mountain. The mountain. What's at the center of the mountain? What's at the mountain? It's joy. 50. Joy. Joy is the center of the heart of God. Joy is the center of this whole story. Even the word story has an O at dead center. The mountain. Okay. Now I'm just checking the valley. Ironically, there's good stuff in the valley too. In fact, the valley is just like the mountain. You wouldn't have the mountain if you didn't have the valley. The entire world is valleys and mountains. That's all it is, a bunch of triangles. But So when you say the valley, it's also a 5-fest joy. Okay. In fact, that'll add to, well, it hits the fives. You get 55 at the front, followed by all, which is 25, so 80 plus 30. So the valley is 110. The river also divides by 5. You find the river in the valley. But I'm just saying that everything exists for God's joy. So the valley is 110. The mountain is 140. The river, okay. The plain, that word just came to me. That divides by 5. And I believe, fields, I remember. Anyways. There you go. Joy on the mountain. The mountain. The mountain. Say it and focus on the center of your speech. The mountain. You can even go like this. The mountain. The mountain. The mountain. The mountain. What's at the center of your speech? Joy. 50. Joy. The mountain. The mountain. The mountain. Can you find joy on the mountain? Yes, Jesus did. Jesus, who is God, Jesus created the mountains together with the Father and the Holy Ghost. That's a tearjerker. Welcome to your reality. There you go. The mountain. And then it behooves using a computer to find the other words that, like the fountain. So just trade out the first letter. You're playing Scrabble with God. He's your Father. He likes playing Scrabble with you. Well, you don't have to play the game. You're studying letters. It's called Gematria, which equals Jesus. So the mountain, the fountain, the fountain. Remember in grade school? The fountain, the countain, the downton, the fountain. Whenever I find a gem, it's like you feel like you're a child with your father. It's like, yay, I found a gold nugget at the gold mine. He's like, good job, keep searching. The fountain, the fountain, the fountain, the countain, the lountain, the mountain, the mountain, the fountain, the crountain, the rountain, the sountain, the tountain, the wountain, the yountain. Okay, it's based on my own primitive search. There's only 2 words that end in ountain that have a single letter swapped at the front, the fountain and the mountain, okay? So we know that everyone goes to the fountain in order to increase their joy. Well, that's the same reason Jesus went to the mountain, for his joy. Go ahead. If God leads you to climb a mountain today, you'll feel the joy. And the reason you did it is because you wanted to feel joy. You wanted more oxygen. You wanted to feel the blood flow in your legs. Blood flow equals love, joy, and order. Oh, yeah. Once you realize that everything exists for God's joy, it's a whole new world. So there you go. Wonderful. Tear-jerking, as always. The mountain. And then the mountain top. Okay, top has the O at its center. Well, I want to share that gem with you because that just came to me. More joy. Amazing. So that's from John chapter 6, okay? Jesus departed to the mountain alone. Amazing.